Good morning, fourth graders in Mrs. Jackson's class. Today you have a worksheet called Regular Plural Nouns. Plural nouns means more than one. So we usually have to add an S or an ES at the end of the word to make it more than one. That would be plural. The opposite of that would be singular. The directions say use the plural form of the underlined noun. Add a word from the box to describe the noun. Write the new sentence. So we need to do two things here. We have to take one of these words and put them in the blank spot. Then we have to change the word with the line under it to make it plural by adding S or ES. Those blank chickens woke us up. So it would make sense to say noisy if they're waking us up. So I'm going to type those noisy, and then I have to add just an S to chickens, to the base word chicken, to make it plural. So it'll say those noisy chickens woke us up, capital and a period. The second one, he drove his truck along the blank road. Well, what kind of road could it have been? A yellow road, a noisy road, a wooden road, an interesting road, or a bumpy road? And I think it would be bumpy. So if we need to change road to plural, it would be roads. He drove his truck along the bumpy roads. Make sure you have an S at the end of roads. Number 3, they wrote blank story for the newspaper. Which word makes sense? A yellow story, noisy, wooden, interesting, or bumpy? And if you said interesting, you're correct. They wrote interesting stories. Now, when the word ends with Y, we change the Y and add ES to make it plural for the newspaper. So you'll need to put in interesting and then change the spelling of stories from Y to I and add ES. Number 4, the students sat on rows of hard blank bench. So my only other two choices left would be wooden or yellow. And I know that benches are usually made of wood, so I'm going to check wooden, and then I'll have to change it to benches. Students sat on rows of hard wooden, because that means it's made out of wood, and then bench. And when I have to add the S to benches, it's benches because it ends with the digraph CH. We need an ES. And then we put a period, and then there's one more. They went home in bright blank bus. And I know at our school, the buses are yellow, so that makes the most sense. And we have more than one bus to make it plural, so we will say buses. They went home in bright yellow buses. And when we have the word buses, we have to double the S there and then add ES. Write a short description of the horses that you have seen in books and movies or in television. Use at least 3 different plural nouns. Underline the plural nouns you use. So we can write some sentences about horses, and we need to make sure we have some plural nouns. So I'm going to start with horses are very large animals. And my noun here is animals, and it's plural, so I'm going to highlight it like this. And I'm going to hit the U with the line under it because that underlines it. And I need to start with a capital, make sure there's space. They can be many different colors. And my word here with the S at the end would be colors, and that's another noun. It's a thing. So I use the U here and I underline it. And you've probably seen horses. They can be many different colors. Oh, I want to add some more words to that, including all white. And I'm not sure if you've seen an all white horse, but it is pretty exciting. I've seen that on TV before, but not really in person. I also know that baby horses that are male horses are called colts. So I'm going to write that too. Baby horses are, I'm going to say baby male horses are called colts. Colts again would be my noun, and I can underline that. And if you noticed, also my word horses is a noun, and that's plural. So I have that twice, so I'm also going to underline that. And since the directions said use three different, I have animals, colts, colors, and horses wouldn't be different. That's the same word, but that also gives me four, right? And that should be it. Make sure that you pause the video if I went too fast.